So what you really want to know is how do cars handle in the Crew Motorfest compared to Forza Horizon 5. There are many other videos comparing the sounds and the graphics, but I haven't seen anyone break down handling, so that's what I'm hoping to accomplish in this video. The Forza Horizon titles have always been very popular mainly because of their simcade physics. While they are still highly accessible to casual players, if you know the physics of braking and weight transfer, you do have an edge over the competition. Titles like Need for Speed or even previous Crew games have always had a more approachable, forgiving gaming style. You could throw cars into a corner at almost any speed and exit just as fast without thinking about positioning yourself to hit the apex, because a quick tap of the brakes will usually put you back on track if you're too wide. Thankfully, Motorfest is not like that. In my honest opinion, and this is coming from a lifelong Forza fan, Motorfest is a great balance between its previous titles and Forza Horizon. When I first started up the game, the first thing I noticed was that the cars had a decent weighted feeling to them. When coming into a corner, position, braking, and throttle control are extremely crucial, just as it should be in a simcade. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say any of these games are ultra realistic, but if you played Need for Speed and you played any Horizon game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. To me, the main difference between Horizon 5 and Motorfest is the way the rear of the cars behave. In Forza, if you're entering a corner too fast and produce understeer, you can tap the e-brake to rotate the rear and get yourself out of trouble. Depending on how long you hold the e-brake will ultimately result in the angle in which you exit the corner. So let's see what this looks like. So as you can see, we come into this corner a little too hot, pull the e-brake, brake those rear tires, rotate the rear, and power through. In this example, as we come into the apex, I simply tap the e-brake to keep the inside line to avoid hitting the V-dub. Now, in Motorfest, it seems as soon as the rear breaks loose, it puts you in a sort of predetermined angle. Whether it's an e-brake turn or oversteer, the rear seems to behave the same way. However, unlike Need for Speed, if you don't apply the correct amount of throttle, you can still spin out and end up in the bushes. So throttle control and steering are still very much critical, and once you get the hang of it, it's really fun and rewarding. In this example, you can clearly see how the rears are behaving differently. In Motorfest, the rear appears to be lighter and ready to break loose, a lot easier. Now, even though Motorfest definitely has more arcade-like physics, you can still feel when you're at the edge of those tires. You can still feel and hear when you're about to lose grip. In fact, I think Motorfest does a better job when it comes to the sounds coming from the tires. Something else worth mentioning is that even with traction control off, the rear tires don't fully want to break loose. When attempting to do some donuts, they seem to grip up and not allow full control of the loose tires. The only way to do this is to hold a burnout and rotate like in GTA titles. I know a lot of people are skeptical about purchasing Motorfest simply because they didn't like the physics of the Crew 2. And I hope this video was informative enough to help you make a decision. This is the first video I ever made, and I know it isn't perfect, but I do have some exciting things coming, so consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.